Hi and welcome to Medicine Past, Present and Future. My name's Dr. Nick and I'm the past.
My name's Dr. Isabelle and I'm the future.
And together, we're the present. Now, today, Dr. Isabelle, we're talking about chickenpox and shingles, and many people will know that they're connected. So, Dr. Isabelle, please explain.
Yeah, that's right. So both shingles and chickenpox are actually the same virus. To put it simply, you get chickenpox, the virus hangs around in your system, and much later it can come back as shingles.
So you can't actually catch shingles, it's just your own chickenpox recurring.
That's right.
Now, let's go back a little bit. Many older viewers might remember what were called the pox parties. Now, this was before vaccination, where parents would get their kids together to get the chickenpox over and done with.
So, Dr. Nick, if we used to literally throw children together to get them to get chickenpox, why do we need a vaccine?
Well, that's a great question, Dr. Isabelle. Now, you and your siblings were actually born before vaccination was available, and you all got chickenpox and you were fine. But you may remember that your little sister, Olivia, she was covered in spots from head to toe. Now, if those spots get infected, they can leave really nasty scars.
But she's only got one little scar on her shoulder.
Yeah, but she was lucky. Now, other possible complications of chickenpox include pneumonia, neurological complications like meningitis, and sometimes kids even used to die.
Thankfully, these days, due to vaccination, we don't see that many kids getting really sick from the chickenpox. But, Dr. Nick, why is it called chickenpox and what has it got to do with chickens?
Yeah, well, that's a great question. And first up, no, you cannot catch chickenpox from chooks. The name's actually been around for hundreds of years and nobody quite knows where it came from. One theory is that it's because the rash looks as though you've been pecked by a chicken.
Yeah.
The other theory is that chickenpox is a milder version of the much more serious smallpox, and so it was weak or chicken.
I think I like the pecky one better.
Yeah, me too.
So let's talk about shingles. Where does that name come from, Dr. Nick?
So you know how I love a bit of Latin?
Yes.
And shingles comes from the Latin word cingulum, meaning belt or sheath, because of the way the rash is distributed. Now, whereas chickenpox can happen spots anywhere and everywhere, shingles is different, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. So shingles travels down what's called the cutaneous nerve, which means when it comes up on the skin, it comes up on one side and normally in a band-like pattern, hence like a belt. But, Dr. Nick, why does it come back anyway?
Yeah, so remember what you said earlier, that you get your chickenpox, it stays in the system. As we get older, our immunity drops. And so shingles is more common in older adults.
Oh, like...
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Isabelle, the over 60s.
And it can be really painful, even long after the rash itself is gone.
Yes, a thing called post-herpetic neuralgia. Really unpleasant, but fortunately, we have good antivirals, which can help not just with the rash, but with the complications. But Dr. Isabelle, what is better than cure?
Prevention, Dr. Nick, which is where the shingles vaccine comes in. There are 2 types that are available, especially for the over 50s, so if you haven't had yours yet, have a chat with your doctor.
Are you looking at me again?
Yeah, Dr. Nick, because 1 in 3 older Australians will get shingles at some point.
Ooh.
So, have you had your shingles vaccine?
Well, now you mentioned that, I'll get on to it. But I have had both my COVID shots.
Oh, me too.